Sign it or get out of this family. That was the last thing I heard that morning before everything changed. My dad's voice cracked through the kitchen like a whip. His mug flew, sending a stream of boiling coffee in a perfect arc before it smashed into my chest. The sting came a moment later, but the betrayal hit instantly. I didn't yell. Didn't move. I just watched the steam rise off my shirt as if it were drifting from someone else's burning skin. He wanted my signature on a car loan for my sister's husband, James. The man who owed everyone something, yet somehow my refusal made me the family disgrace. Funny, considering what I already knew. I walked out without a word. Let the door slam behind me. I could still hear their shouting on the other side, so sure of their authority, clinging to their imagined moral superiority. They had no idea what was already nailed to their front door. Not yet. I wasn't always the outsider. There was a time when Dad clapped me on the back like he was proud. When my sister Claire wrapped her arm around mine and told people I was her protector. When Mom whispered, "One day, you'll keep this family together." I believed them. Foolish, loyal, eager to satisfy. I believed every bit of it. Then James blew in like a storm holding a borrowed umbrella, slick smile, polished lies, a handshake that lingered just 1 second too long. Dad adored him instantly. Finally, a real man in the family, someone who talked big and delivered nothing. And I watched the shift happen inch by inch. Dad handing out trust in tiny spoonfuls until eventually the whole pantry was emptied into James's hands. Then the real rot surfaced. It started with numbers. I see patterns the way other people see colors, and something felt wrong. Money disappearing. Transactions under Mom's name she had no memory of approving. Claire's credit score plummeting like a body sinking in dark water. At first, I thought she was hiding her own mistakes. But the night she showed up at my place, ashen, shaking, the truth unraveled. "James said you'd sign it," she whispered. "He said Dad would make you. He already used my name for another loan." Then she broke, sobbing apologies that weren't hers to make. I held her, but my mind had already shifted, cold, sharp, calculating. James wasn't just mooching. He was bleeding the family dry to cover debts buried under fake LLCs. And Dad, desperate to defend his shining son-in-law, was too proud, or too blind, to see it. I didn't explode. I didn't confront him. I didn't warn anyone. I adapted. The next morning, while everyone pretended nothing was wrong around the breakfast table, I started a quiet war. Step 1, documentation. If James had known how many bank statements, screenshots, and forged signatures I'd collected, he would have vanished across state lines. Step 2, legal groundwork. Nothing dramatic, just precise filings for identity theft, financial abuse, and loan fraud. Step 3, exposure. Not to the police. Not yet. First, the truth had to land where it hurt most. So I printed everything. Each page another piece of the empire James had built in my family's blind spot. I packed it all together, heavy, damning, and nailed it to their front door before sunrise. Let the neighbors see before they did. Let their illusion shatter in daylight. Then came the breaking point, the moment Dad threw boiling coffee at me and declared I wasn't family anymore. He didn't realize the storm had already swept through. So when I walked away, it wasn't defeat. It was timing. Because right after the door slammed shut behind me, I heard it, a scream. Mom first. Claire next. Dad last, angry, confused, unraveling. I kept walking. They called, over and over. I ignored them until Mom finally choked out, "Why? Why didn't you tell us?" "I did," I said. "You chose his lies." Her silence swallowed the rest. Then Dad grabbed the phone. "You ruined this family." "No," I replied. I just held up the mirror. Before he could answer, another voice echoed behind him, law enforcement. They'd shown up early, responding to the reports I'd filed. Every detail matched. Every document checked out. James was led away. Dad's shouting collapsed into helpless noise. Claire cried, not because of me, but from relief. I never went back. That was months ago. The burn on my chest has mostly healed, but the lesson carved underneath is permanent. Loyalty without awareness is self-destruction. They're learning it too. Claire visits now, quiet, grateful, steadier than before. Mom sends messages she knows I won't answer, but sends them anyway, guilt softening her words. Dad stays silent. He can't look at me without seeing the son he tried to break, and couldn't. And James? Most days he's in a courtroom drowning in consequences. As for me, I sleep well. Because revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it just walks away and lets the truth do the burning. The coffee was nothing compared to that.